ladies and gentlemen. What? I know how to work a mic stand. Here we go. Tripping already. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Megan Cole, and this is my first show out of my home planet of Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you for being here. Yes! Can we give it up for being around people? Have you hugged anybody today? Quickly hug someone because we're out. Thank God, because I'm really bad at sitting still. All my wiggles come out. So I gotta be honest, I gotta give a shout out to my family because they are amazingly supportive of this. But I gotta be honest, y'all, they raised me to be one thing and one thing only, and that is a rich white woman. Now, I tried, ladies and gentlemen, I love my family. You try and do right by them, right? But I gotta say, I really sucked at it. And I gave it 10 years. I gave it 10 years. That is longer than a lot of prison sentences. I have done things when I was 14 that get longer prison sentences than corporate and a marriage to a police officer. I might go ahead and say at this point, I don't think there are many children's here, but I really enjoy Dark Side of the Moon and a little bit, yes, right? Everybody's like, you're marrying a cop? What? I was like, yeah, nobody was surprised when we got divorced. It was fine. So anyway, he's not family anymore, but back to the people that are. So they raised me, right? You want better for your kids. Because my parents came from not that world. There is nothing that my mother loves more than a demolition derby or a county fair pig race. Clinton County, New York, makes some noise. There is not any difference. Y'all, there are rednecks everywhere. Some of them moved to North Carolina so they can get it out. Well, instead she moved down here and she found out about cotillion. This is obviously my mother. Hey, Mom. She moved down here and she found out about cotillion. Does anybody know what cotillion is? Raise your hand. Yes! Okay, we are, thank God. All right, I didn't know. She didn't know. Let me please rephrase, y'all. We didn't know. So I got signed up. She said, everybody's doing it. Now this will come back to haunt her later because obviously when I stole a car at 16, I was like, well, Amy and Amy are doing it. It's good enough for a cotillion. Try me. Try me. So we started cotillion. So I have some manners because they were raised by wolves, both of them. So they wanted me to have better. And I tried, again, like I said. But the first time that I had a vision of standing up and throwing a chair at a window in the middle of a business bankers meeting with about 40 dudes and me. And I said, I think I have to get out of here before I assault someone by accident with a chair. So I left and I went into the restaurant business. My parents were like, Jesus Christ, there goes her college education. We did everything we could for this girl. Didn't take, y'all. Tattoos took, though. Funny enough. The tattoos took. My mother is real happy about the crop top, let me tell you. She was an elementary school principal in Union County, which is pretty conservative, right? So she would go 3 counties over to buy beer. Because again, let me remind you, she likes a pig race and a demolition derby. This woman is not to be messed with at her core. But on her outside, she had that fleece-lined vest. Did you see it at the grocery store? Mustangs, elementary school, go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Buying beer, undercover. I'm like, Mom, it's not meth, relax. Nope, she couldn't be seen doing it. However, to my roots, she created this outfit. This is the first time I've ever worn leather pants. Thank you very much. Karen likes them. The rest of y'all out there, I don't know. Maybe should I return them to Amazon? I don't think they'll take them back after this heat, to be really honest. So anyway, so my parents got married when they were 22 years old. They are still together. They like each other, which is weird. My sister and her husband have been together since they were 15. They've never slept with anyone else. And I think that that's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's weird, but I think it's beautiful. So obviously all of the hoeing was left to me. I did pretty good for myself. Crop top at 37, we'll take it. Anyway, well, Trey told me to dress metal, and as a comedian, I have never opened for a band. I don't quite know how it's going. How's it going? Yes! Check me out next week. I'll be on Bike Week. These pants are gonna get a lot of use, y'all, if this goes well. Keep laughing. Yep, he's here to destroy me. He books me. He's like, come to this thing. And in my head, I'm like, well, booking sounds professional. And then he's like, you get a backstage pass and a beer. I get a backstage pass? What do I have to do for it? You gotta ask these questions, ladies and gentlemen. 2021, there might be strings attached. You gotta look over that contract. However, you might like the strings attached. And in that case, you might be like, all right, I'll do that for a backstage pass. I'm amenable to that decision. I do know words like amenable, even though I have on a crop top. I got a perfect score on the SAT verbal. That is not bullshit. Math, on the other hand, 2 + 2 is 7. Am I right? Yes. Sure. Funny story, I was a financial advisor for 10 years. It actually went great because money is not math. Money to me represents things like moving to Bulgaria at 23 for a little while. I told my mother, I said, what? She said, well, when are you leaving? I didn't tell her how long I was going. She said, well, when are you leaving? I said, December 27th. She goes, well, you ruined Christmas. She said, what if you get sold into white slavery? Has anyone been watching Taken? Mom, you and Liam Neeson, your friends now? Good. Good story. I'm not getting sold. I'm worth nothing. You told me that as a child. If they kidnap you, they'll bring you back. You talk too much. So now I have a microphone and y'all are stuck with me for I don't know how much longer, but Trey will probably let me know.
I'll come out with a giant freaking cane and pull you off the stage.
Try me. I don't know about next stuff. We'll see. We'll see. Again, you gotta explore things as an adult here. So anyway, so my sister is obviously the good one. She's not here this evening. She's with her children, and they're the best. But so my sister is the good one. And every family has one. And you know who you are. We all know who you are. Erin is the one that I hope gets stuck with my parents in old age, because she's got a guest room, and those places are expensive, because if you get stuck with me, guess where you're going? On an iceberg. Much cheaper. So anyway, Mom and Dad got married at 22 with $78 between them 48 years ago. That's not a lot of money. They have more than that now, thank God, because I don't have any. Like I said, rich white woman, I failed. I'm very poor. It's fine. It's okay. They love me still. But so anyway, so they got married at 22, $78, and on the night of the wedding, my mother finds out something terrible. The bachelorette party was the night before the wedding, but it wasn't anything like that. The only thing that made him do was puke in the morning, wear white boxer shorts under a white tuxedo. They're real awkward pictures. But she found out that he owed Jamoke. I'll get to him in a minute. He owed Jamoke $28 from a poker game. My father sucks at poker, he sucks at golf, he sucks at a lot of like normal guy things. Good at going to Home Depot. We'll talk about that in a minute too. So anyway, so she finds out that he owes Jamoke this money. She said, I almost annulled this shit. She said, he's just spent 1/3 of our net worth with Jamoke. She looked at me and she said, you know what Jamoke was famous for? Not being named Christopher, obviously. He was famous for inventing a little game called Mystery Pill Tuesday. Threw whatever he had out onto the table, kind of see what happens. Kind of sounds like a fun game, actually. Anybody? Tuesday? No? You guys gotta work? Alright. That's cool. I gotta work too. I have a job.
COVID, I don't have to work.
That's not what I heard earlier. Bitching your ass off. I'm working till nobody's listening to me! Nobody's listening to me! That's how we got into metal music. Nobody would listen to me as a child! Ah! Am I right? Ah! No? Did that just sound like a horror movie? That got a horror movie real quickly. That went from like Joan Jett for like 3 seconds and I was like, oh my god, what's happening to her? Shit! There are children here. I promise to keep it nice and clean. Mom, I know. I haven't said it yet. It's the F word, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about it. She said, can you do it? Yes, I can. I'm doing it. Am I doing it? We're doing the thing, guys. This is so fun. I haven't performed in 14 months because of the thing. The thing that changed everything. But the last time that I did perform was right before everything changed. And I performed, much to my mother's pride, in my underwear. Because the Charlotte comedy scene is a little bit of a boys' club. And the first time that I showed up to perform, they all tried to sleep with me, which was adorable. Because the first one who tried was 5'4" and Cuban, and he walked up and I was like, nope. But that little laugh at the beginning cost me a lot of hard work over the next 3 years, because he was apparently the little tiny dictator of the Charlotte comedy scene. Well, that all changed real quick after we got into it for a little while. But it's hard to do that with men, right? You can't reject them right off. It was a tough scene. But they decided to do a show after I'd been performing for about 3 years. And after 3 years, you're not so scared anymore. Like, heckle me, I dare you. I've done it more than you have. Nobody wants to, that's weird, I have a comeback already. Okay, no, it's fine, you guys are nice. I like it out here in Fuquay, Varina, and Charlotte. They're like, you're not funny. We don't like your pants. And then they just turn their back on you. See, it's so much nicer up here in the triangle. Thank you. Charlotte is tough, y'all. It is nice to be back here. I thought he was talking to me. He's not, so you guys are still stuck. Hello. Okay, so we're at a metal show. Does anybody remember their first concert? Somebody yell out your first concert, go. Bon Jovi, yes! Yes, girl! Do you, okay, so I went to a Bon Jovi show, right? When I was a financial, yes! Living on a prayer, take my hand, you'll make it up. No? Okay. So anyway, but at Bon Jovi, actually, I was seated in a box for the first time. They didn't know how much I can drink. I was like, I'm about to run up this bill, thank you. So I get in there, I was like, you don't know who my mother is. I went to an Aerosmith concert when I was 9. I was 9 years old. Yes! You know, Love in an Elevator is different than I thought it was at 9. But I was raised on rock and roll, so tonight is really, really, really special. So everybody, can we give it up one more time for being outside at a concert? So I go to the Bon Jovi concert, we're in the box, and I'm a little intimidated because all these people, and then I start drinking, and I'm like, I'm Italian Irish, and I went to private school, try me. Try me. But all I could see the whole time was this. That's all we could see from the box was his ass, which was fine because it's Bon Jovi, am I right? Yes, Bon Jovi's great, from New Jersey. No, where's Bon Jovi from? Yes, New Jersey. Everything starts in New Jersey. Everything starts in New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen. I hate it when people are like, Yankees. Yep, that's right, we got out of Cary. We got out of Cary. Weird. I've actually never been to Cary. I don't think they allow, do they allow tattoos in Cary?
No.